Aquarius, my dear unicorn of the zodiac, happy birthday and welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Aquarius, I'm going to be doing your reading from February 16th to the 22nd. This is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Dear Aquarius, I wish you all the best for your birthday season. Hopefully you have been having a good one. Now in this reading, dear Aquarius, I'm going to be taking a look at your overall challenge, past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and pull some final advice for you. And thank you for the birthday wishes also for the people in my life, because I do have quite a few Aquarians in my life and in my circle. I'm trying to keep up with their birthday dates because there's so many of them. So Aquarius, your challenge is the Three of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Wands. Aquarius, your challenge, honey buns, with the Three of Wands has a lot to do with you planning for the future. Planning for the future, thinking about the future, looking into what comes next for you and wanting to make the right decision. We are going to clarify this and we're going to find out more information in a minute. In the recent past, you have the Temperance, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. In the recent past, dear Aquarius, I do see here that there was a separation between you and another person slowly. In the beginning, everything was great, but I think that slowly someone here started pulling back from you in the recent past, and I think that it might have caused you a shock. That's what I'm really getting. We're going to clarify this and we're going to find out more information. Aquarius, in the present moment, you have the Chariot, the Empress, and the Hanged Man. A lot of you are in the middle of like closing a chapter here. This is a very common theme that I've been seeing for many signs, so it's going to resonate with a lot of people. But I know that this message is going to resonate only for a very, very specific group of Aquarians out there. So for many of you, I feel like that you are starting to see your life from a completely different lenses, your life from a completely different perspective. For so long, you have put other people on a pedestal. You have tried to really be there for everybody else. But what you're realizing in the present moment, I need to move. I need to move, Chariot. You could be getting a new vehicle. You could be traveling, driving, going somewhere new and thinking about your future, Three of Wands. And when it comes to that with the Hanged Man, you are asking yourself this question. Am I still holding on to this person? If yes, then why? And we're going to find out about that why. In the near future, you have the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. A lot of you are familiar with tarot, so you might also know what the Eight of Cups here means. So a lot of you are going to decide if this is going to be worth giving another chance or should you walk away. The Ace of Cups is about an offer, love offer, but also you have the Eight of Cups, which means that you may choose to walk away, excuse me, or to disconnect from this situation. We're going to clarify this and we're going to find out more. Let's get into your reading. Oh, and also at the bottom of the deck, Aquarius, you have the Two of Wands and the Judgment. You definitely are at the crossroads of your life. Excuse me. You are at the crossroads of your life. You have to make a very important decision on which direction you're going to move forward to. So let's clarify the Three of Wands and see what this means for you. I don't know why the Strength card was literally the other way. That's interesting in the deck. So the Three of Wands, Aquarius. Now this is about your future and your destiny, and it is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. You know, the Eight of Cups here is showing up again, Aquarius. I think you're holding on to someone that you know deep down you gotta let go of that person. You need to let go of this situation. Five of Pentacles, this person abandoned you. This person left you in the past. This person walked out of a relationship, they disappeared, they ghosted you. So for many of you, your future planning here has a lot to do with you recognizing, am I holding on to a person and to a situation that I know that I should walk away from? Because a lot of you were very, very much financially, emotionally, spiritually invested into this relationship, which turned out to be a relationship. And that's why it's been very difficult for you. You know, the Three of Wands here, Sagittarius, this is about a visionary. You are a futuristic sign. That's why we are in the age of Aquarius. And, you know, I do mention about you, even from my Carmenian messages, I tell the collective, I remind the collective, everybody, guys, we are in the age of Aquarius. It means that stupidity is not tolerated. You have to be smart. You have to act smart. And when it's your turn, Sagittarius, why did I say Sagittarius? And when it's your turn, Aquarius, why are you not being smart in this situation? Why are you holding on to someone that you know that you should move on from, you know? So again, it's a very important decision that you need to make. I am going to be grabbing water because my throat is dry and I need to show an example of what it means to also get out of your comfort zone and make sure that you stay hydrated and you drink water, okay? So I know that this is kind of, it's not really awkward because unless you are very, very new here onto the channel, Aquarius, but I've done this before, you know what I mean? In the House of Renaissance. I gotta refill my water, okay? And I'll be right back. I have to get some water right now because hydration is very, very important and I'm gonna make sure that I'm taking care of myself. If you are sitting right now like a croissant, like a chocolate croissant, you need to sit up straight. Good job. And you need to make sure that you have your chin up and your chest out. All right. And that you are exuding this confidence energy about you. Okay. Don't sit like with slouch back. Sit very confidently. Okay. Let me get my sip. So, you know what? Actually, I can put it here. I don't think you can. You see it? Yeah. Okay, good. Do you see what I'm saying, honey? A lot is going on, right? So, Aquarius, in the recent past, we have the Temperance. And the Temperance is clarified by the Devil, the Empress, and the Knight of Wands. So one of the reasons, Aquarius, that this situation came to an end was because there was a third-party situation and a lot of toxicity, a lot of unhealthy habits. You know, I think someone's mother also could have been involved in this situation. I don't know whose mom that was, but definitely they affected this. And with the world, this situation came to an end, my beautiful, smart unicorn Aquarius. So very obvious, we don't want to focus onto the past too much. But this situation came to an end because it was very toxic. And we don't do toxic here. I'm saying, so the Six of Swords in the past is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So Aquarius, I feel like that in the past for many of you, it felt like you had to ask for grace from this person. This person was breadcrumbing you. They were very toxic. They were breadcrumbing you. One moment they were hot, the next moment they were cold. You know, I'm getting here this inconsistent energy with you. This person was just very toxic and very unhealthy. I'm going to tell you the truth. No sugarcoating in here, okay? And the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands in the past, Aquarius, you had to make a decision here to move forward, to take action towards your future. So you're still in that process. The Knight of Wands in the past is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Wands. You know, when this situation here with the Death card came to an end, I think it ended, maybe also money was something that was involved in this situation, like financial matters, but more so, this person didn't give you the stability that you truly needed and you deserved. Okay, for many of you in the recent past, you had a lot of clarity onto what direction you were going to move forward to. So I think that for many of you, you're still in this transition. Maybe you bought a home, you moved out, you did something new for yourself. The Chariot here in the present moment, Aquarius, is clarified by the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World. Amazing. This is about your future and your luck and your destiny. The Chariot is clarified literally by Chariot. Like this means that you're about to move towards a destiny with the Wheel of Fortune where there is going to be abundance, there's going to be success. You're going to feel the shift also, especially on February 17 when we close off this year of the year of the snake, right? Shedding off the old skin, entering into the year of the fire horse. Then you're going to feel like, oh, wow, this was actually very important for me to close that chapter. So let's clarify the Empress and see what is it that you need to know. So the Empress is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Three of Swords. A lot of you are realizing that it is not worth it for you to invest into a relationship, into a connection where where this person is not being honest and they're hurting you and they hurt you in the past as well. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my readings regardless. So this is about you realizing that because this person hurts you at a very deep level and you have been very disappointed by them, 11:11 on the clock, and you're about to make a decision here to really see if this person actually is really worth to even invest your time into because they cause you a lot of stress. And this decision that you are going to make is really you, it's based on you seeing the truth of this reality that is actually very serious for you. The Hanged Man, dear Aquarius, is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the Knight of Swords. So for many of you, this is about you seeing the truth. The Sun here is to illuminate things for you and to see what happened, right? You might even have two people in your energy that you could be thinking about, but I think this has a lot to do with you realizing that if someone ghosted you and if someone cut you off, is it really worth it for you to invest and enter into this relationship and offer your love? Now, in the near future, Aquarius, you have the Ace of Cups. There is love that's coming in towards your way. The Ace of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. For many of you, I think that something really is transforming like radically in your life with the Tower here at the bottom of the deck. You could be attracting someone that could be younger than you. Maybe there could be age differences between you and them. When this person comes into your life, Aquarius, I do strongly feel like here that this is going to bring a lot of happiness to you. And you're going to feel that, you know, having a family and being in a family dynamic, it doesn't have to feel it's a burden. It doesn't have to feel it's something that I have to work for, I have to strive for, I have to bust my ass about it. I'm saying this is about you recognizing that, you know what, I am the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I want a relationship. This is what I'm manifesting. And in order for me to call that new person into my life, I'm going to have to walk away from what no longer serves me. And I completely understand that this message maybe is not what everybody wants to hear, but then let it be, because this message is for only a very specific group of Aquarians who need to hear this today. Because tarot is multidimensional, okay? It's very fluid and it doesn't have to, I'm not a people pleaser, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not a people pleaser, trust me. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm seeing. So the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Two of Cups. The moment you decide, and you know the cards are right in front of you, so it's very transparent. The moment, Aquarius, you decide that with the Nine of Wands, the situation that's been very debilitating towards you, that has hurt you, and you want to walk away from that, you're going to walk into the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. You are going to walk into a partnership that is going to bring so much joy and so much happiness to you that it's not even funny. You are going to start seeing that, you know what, in reality, I can be with the person that's going to make me feel seen, heard, understood, and loved. That this is going to be a very, very specific divine counterpart of mine. You're going to start realizing, why was I holding on to this toxic person from the past? You have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups here is about walking away. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Love me a nice, thick, juicy Ace of Wands, right? So Aquarius, you know, I know that it's a struggle, right? The Seven of Wands, the card of a struggle, and the Nine of Cups. You may say, well, if I completely walk away from this person, what if I stay single? What if I remain single? Aquarius, better be in solitude and better be with yourself than with a loser, right? So that's why you need to be very vigilant and cautious with who you really want to go back to and who you really want to be with. Because regardless, there is going to be a new offer coming in towards your way. It might take a minute for you to disconnect and to disengage, but this is going to bring a lot of happiness for you. And remember, Aquarius, you always have choices, always have options. So let's get into your advice and see what is it that you need to know. Aquarius, me getting up and getting my water, that was very impromptu, but I totally know and I understand that you do not mind impromptu things here. So Aquarius, your advice here is the King of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles, and then you have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so Aquarius, your biggest piece of advice here is what I'm getting has a lot to do with you deciding, okay, with the Two of Pentacles. You have a lot of things on your plate right now. You're juggling between multiple things, maybe jobs, people, person, things, situations. So this is about you really deciding on what is it that you need to do, what is it that you need to really do when it comes to this person, to this situation. I think a lot of you are also realizing that, you know what, I'm going to choose to do what works best for me about my future. I don't want to stay in this wounded energy, this wounded soldier energy, into this hurt energy. You are smarter than this. You know better than this. So this is the choice that you are making. And I think that if you were to choose to be with the person that you know, is going to walk into your life and make you very happy, you will be very happy. So this is what I had for you, dear Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this reading helped, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.